Hello everyone and welcome back. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Capricorn for the week of July 20th. And at this time I'd like to give a very special thank you to everyone out there who has been subscribing to my channel and helping it grow and getting it noticed, as well as all the thumbs up on all the videos that you've watched and hitting the hype button. Thank you. And of course, all the lovely comments. It is truly so nice to read them. That you've enjoyed the readings. They helped you decide to subscribe to my channel. You resonated. You appreciated my time. Thank you for saying all of that. All right, so we're standing with the High Priestess. So definitely starting off with a little more keeping to yourself in some matter. You're not being so open. You know, you're keeping some things that people have said to you to yourself. Right now, you're just not quite sure of your footing, where you're going, what you're doing. So you're just trusting yourself that you're doing the right actions for you this week. Yeah, the Death card. Let it go with some things from the past, people, places, and things, moving forward, realizing that it's time for this change. You know, it has been coming for a while, so there's some things you need to cut loose, because this is the ending, so this new beginning in your life can start. So you're changing, you're transforming. This is an ending of a cycle, and it won't be back. So you are okay with that. You've learned your lessons. Things have changed. You've changed big time. And feeling better about the choices that you've recently made. Oh, nice. 2 of Cups. So there's a connection here for many of you. It's a new partnership. Coming together stronger with somebody else. There's, you know, support here, love, partnerships. You know, and this could be in the romantic realm for some of you. Maybe you've recently decided to make a commitment to somebody that you've been seeing for a while. You know, proposal of marriage, moving in together. Or this could be just a good friend, a good fit, a good partner. Somebody that you can trust, rely on. They got your back. They watch over you, you know, protect you, that sort of thing. And you do the same for them. You're just a genuine, caring couple. Ooh, and the Chariot. Look at that new beginning. You're taking action on something to make a change. It may require some of you to take a journey in order to, you know, get to whatever this is, the answers for that you're looking for. This could be also, stumbling over my words, I apologize. This could be buying a new vehicle. So you're definitely changing things up here. A little bit more than what you thought, but you're ready. You know it's time that you need to make this change. You've been feeling this way for a while, and you're motivating to make progress now. So you're taking action. You really are. You have the willpower and control, and you're realizing, you know, it's going to take courage, but you've faced many things, and this is just a very small little fleet in the making. And the Queen of Pentacles, taking care of your finances. Your bank accounts are starting to grow. You're really finding, you know, you have a little more money than what you normally do. So you're quite feeling the relief of that. And you're bargain hunting, and you always do. You make sure that when you buy something, it's of very good quality. You know, if you're buying a vehicle, like I said earlier, making sure that it's, you know, got all the bells and whistles and the top, you know, things that you desire, but at a lower cost. You know, just stuff like that. Some of you are looking into literally starting a new business. And you're realizing it's time, you know, because why shouldn't you get the breaks the rest of the world get? No matter what it is, you're coming to an understanding that it will work out for your better. And the Empress, yes. Feeling much stronger in your convictions and your decisions. You know, it's taken you a while to get back up to this, like something happened and it sort of slowed you down a bit, but now you're feeling it's okay. You know, you learned your lesson, you're pulling yourself out of this funk and moving forward. So you're making some adjustments here. You know, you're finding abundance in different areas of your life, not just financially, but, you know, circumstances, situations, and people. You're developing much more trust within your own intuition. This is accomplishment, growth, and taking action and feeling secure in your decision. Like you're not second guessing this. You know it is time to participate in the world again. And the Five of Cups, yes, absolutely loss, regret, grief. Oh, you poor little thing. But you've learned. You know, good, bad, or indifferent, you've learned. And you're moving away from that mentality. You're looking at different situations, different relationships in your life, how they panned out, what happened, you know, all of that. And you've learned, like I said, this is, you know, regrets to how some things may have ended, but it taught you what you're not only made of, but what you will expect and deliver in the future to yourself as well as those who come into your life. So this is, you know, you can't change it, fix it, undo it. You can just learn from it and keep moving forward, which is what you've chosen to do here, which is a positive move. Eight of Pentacles. Some of you are thinking of taking a course of study, something that resonates with you. And it's okay to do that. You are feeling more secure in your surroundings, your finances, you're moving forward on something. And right now you're just getting those other answers that you have wanted for a while. You're not sitting back thinking about them. You're understanding that it's time to move forward and you're willing to do what it takes to accomplish this. So you're really moving forward on this and feeling good about it. Sorry for the answer machine in the background there, but it's nobody's listening and going to leave me a message, so I do apologize for picking up on that. So anyhow, I do apologize. You're probably hearing every bit of that. So back to the reading. You are definitely moving forward, feeling much more secure in your decisions and understanding, you know, this course of study, because maybe you've gone back to school to up your game at your job and realizing that, okay, yeah, you're mastering a craft here, but it is going to give you not only enjoyment, but more employment if you choose. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. Yes. Give and take. Learning to accept help from others. It's not that you're asking for it. People just want to help you. You know, and that could be a conversation that you had with somebody saying, you know, oh, one day I really like to get a ride-em lawnmower, you know. And somebody said, hey, I know somebody who's got one, or I have one, you know, something like so simple. But this is give and take. It doesn't always have to be tangible goods. This could be just somebody helping you, you know, generous because you are generous. And they just want to let you know that they respect and appreciate you. And the Nine of Cups. Yeah, wish come true. Wish fulfillment. Ooh, nice. There's abundance here. Good health. You're really starting to do okay because this is abundance, good health, wish come true, material gains. And these are the fruits of your own labor. You brought this good fortune into your life for what you have been putting out into the world. So this is the world paying back to you going forward. And the Four of Pentacles, very nice. Just learning to hang on to what you got. You know, most people call this the greed card. I don't. You're looking out for long-term security, taking care of your finances, making sure you have enough for your future, not holding yourself back in any form. You've cut off a lot of little luxuries in your life in order to find the stability within yourself. And now you're realizing that you can reward yourself every once in a while, like enjoy some of the fruits of your labor as you go. And it doesn't have to be extravagant. You're just feeling it's okay this week. And the Five of Pentacles. Yes, you've had a bit of a setback here. Could be financially. Maybe a bill come up that was unexpectedly and it made you recalibrate a few things, but you're doing okay. This could have been a health issue for some of you. Again, you're recovering from that. But this is, usually a financial loss of some sort, but it's not fatal. Or this could be just a mindset that may happen. One of those overthinking things. And realizing that you need to move away from that sort of mentality in order to help yourself, because thinking in those tones will, with time, make you ill, and you don't want to be there. So you're helping yourself help your future. And the Five of Swords, yes, moving away from difficult situations, no longer participating in, people that don't serve you, overstepping their bounds, some people trying to manipulate you into different things like threats, abuse, in all kinds of relationships. And that can be verbal as well. And sometimes that's so devastating all on its own. And you're not taking that anymore. You're moving away from it. If that's how they want to go and roll, you're not participating. You're definitely getting rid of that. And the Emperor, yes, sitting in your power. Good for you. Understanding this is your strength. You're going forward. You're very talented. You understand what it takes to bring a family and friends together. So you're definitely accepting the leadership role in this. There's stability here. There's structure. And going forward, you're very focused on a desired outcome that you want. And you're not sliding away from this. You're understanding it is going to happen. If that's your driving force, your concern, and how you're handling this whole matter, which is wonderful to see because you don't normally do this, but you are this time. And the Two of Swords, yes. It's tough to make that decision. It's not easy to figure out what you're going to do next, but you are definitely all over this. Moving forward, no longer questioning yourself, understanding something needs to change. You need to make a decision on something, and time is of the essence with this. You can no longer just sit there and think about something. You need to make a decision. And it is difficult to choose sometimes, but you're also realizing that you need to make that choice. It is going to happen one way or the other. So you're more understanding with yourself going forward. You're no longer just doing things off the cuff. You're understanding something has truly changed around you, and it really helps you to go forward. No longer guessing, thinking, wondering, worrying. You have already made up your mind on what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and what the outcome is going to be at the end of this tunnel. So, woo. Yeah, and the Queen of Rods, look at you go. Successful ventures. You're putting on those management shoes and owning up that things need to change, and you're ready for this. You're developing more courage within yourself. You're willing to share a little bit more with others, giving other people time to talk if that's what this is all about. But you're feeling more bold in your steps and your excursions going forward. And this is lucky for you. And the Five of Rods, very nice. Stepping into your own power. No longer, participating in this competition, silliness, people trying to figure out the best thing to do, all that sort of navigation. You are just doing you. Things around you may not be, going the way they are. It may be challenging at sometimes, but any obstacles, you're finding support from others to help you navigate the waters going forward. So that's positive. And you're not participating in it. You know, if you step back, it'll fix itself. Aw. And the Lovers, very nice. Coming together with a companion. Now, this may be, for some of you, rekindling your vows. This is a relationship, a union, a partnership. Something and somebody that's very passionate about one another. You're making choices from a stronger point because you have togetherness, power together, and you feel that you're doing the right steps. So you're very, very stronger, much more supported, and giving support back to the other half as well. So you're really stepping up this week into understanding your circumstances and surroundings. All right, and your Oracle card. Follow your passions when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being competent for your creative talents. All right. And on that note, I will say goodbye for now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely talk to you again next week. Bye for now.